I am your host, Cody Kedley. Look, connect with me, IGCBMK33. We have some great content, great episodes coming down the pipeline. Feature artists that's rolling out features like Ami. I'm going to get Kevin on here, and I just have some amazing episodes. I can't wait till I do cancel culture in the church. That's going to be a nice one. But look, today's episode is featuring two Chicago up-and-coming artists. I have with me Geronimo Approved, a.k.a. Willie Daniels, my boy, and China's Shadae. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Solid.
Doing well. Look, I'm excited. I'm excited that you guys allow me the opportunity just to, pick your brain and, spend 30 minutes or so with you. So first I want to start off with Willie with you. How did you come up with the mononym Geronimo Approved? Like, where does that stem from?
So the first part is literally my middle name. So that's like my legal middle name.
Oh.
And then Approved was just as I was building my brand, like the sound that I was starting to become more known for. It was a thing of like the joke of like, oh, we gotta make sure Geronimo approved it, like put his sauce on it. So I literally just ran with that. It was like Geronimo Approved.
I thought this whole time, I've known you for years. I forgot your middle name really is Geronimo. I thought it was just like a running joke. I was like, nah, his middle name ain't Geronimo. That makes sense.
Geronimo Daniels is my whole legal name.
That works sense. Yep. China, I know you blowing up right now with text messages. How did you come up with the mononym China Shadae? Where does that come from?
So it's very simple. It's my legal first and middle name. So there it is. I didn't have to do too much thinking about it. I'm like, hey, let's just go with, what's already on my birth certificate.
Let's do it. I like it. All right, cool. That makes sense. Because sometimes I think like, how does the entertainment industry come up? Like when you listen to Eric Bishop, you listen to Jamie Foxx, talk about going from Eric Bishop to Jamie Foxx. It's because like he wanted a gender neutral basically name so he can get on stage quicker. But it's like, I always wonder how that transition is made. So look, easy one. Why did you go into music? Willie, I've known you all your life, basically. This transition kind of happened about 5 years ago. I want to say something around there. I think you was on one trajectory and then it was like, boom, and I guess you could say the same for me and even this. So what sparked it? Why did you go into music?
Honestly, it was accidental, I guess you could say. So more so just realized at 19 that it was a talent that I had like thoroughly, like that God blessed me with, and it was really a thing. So I just jumped in. Like once I realized it, because I ran from it. I mean, I'm sure like you said, you know me most of my life, my entire family is full of musicians. I ran from it just so that I didn't have to blend in. And then I realized, nah, this is it. Like this is clearly what I'm the most gifted at, or at least that's what it felt like at that time. So I said, hey, I'm gonna jump in.
Makes sense. China, why did you go into music?
Well, mine wasn't so much accidental. I come from a musical family. I've always been singing in church and things like that. And people would always say, you should record. You're so good. So I just came across some people that, was into music and who recorded and things like that. So I'm like, let me give this a shot. So it basically came to me, I think, just like as far as recording music and giving it a professional shot.
Just kind of like a natural evolution, basically.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I want to stay with you, China. So look, right now is probably one of the greatest times to be a female artist. I think we can agree with that, right?
Yeah.
There's their own attraction, right? Yet there's this kind of double standard. We think of the males, they're kind of always pushed off as this, kind of sex symbol or whatnot. But when we look at female artists, anytime that is kind of presented or promoted, it's like a negative allure to it, right? So you think of a song like WAP, right? Meg Thee Stallion, Cardi B catches all type of fire, all type of craze, and all type of controversy. Is that negative or is that really women empowerment? Explain that to me.
WAP. I think everyone has their own type of audience that they want to cater to, and that specific artist, she chose to go in the route that like what her experience was coming up. So I think it's all subjective, but to each his own. So it's no judgment from my end, but everybody has what they like.
Cool. What is your audience like?
My audience is more 90s chill vibe, you know, the cool girl from down the street, very down to earth. So I think I give off that vibe towards people.
Awesome. Willie, for you. So having, a wide breadth of variety within your musical content, right? What is your targeted audience? Like who are you trying to reach with your music?
Good, just people who just love good energy. And I know that sounds kind of generic, but like to elaborate on that, you have people who sometimes just like to be down. Like there's an actual market for people who just like to, remember their sorrows or whatever you want to consider that to be. I like to make music for people who want to just enjoy themselves, like just have a good time, have good energy, like all year round, summertime vibes type thing, and not just seasonality, but more so just the energy of what summertime represents. I just like to keep that type of energy year round.
Awesome. For that energy, is there a market for it? I've seen kind of your progression in this, right? You went from content creator, singer, then you went more into the writing side. Now you're evolving into really the brand build up business, Sean Puffy Combs type, right? Arena, right? Is that the route? Where do you really find your niche? Like, how does that go for you?
For me, like personally, it's just been really just a journey. Like more so like you said, I was singing and everything first, but what really happened was that I was trying to work with different artists at that time as a writer and as an engineer, and it just really wasn't working out as far as just things were, just happening in those artists' lives that didn't allow them to be able to stay with it at that time. So what I did was decided to put out my own music more so as a resume, not so much as like looking to be a superstar artist. Like obviously if God opens that door, I'm definitely willing to take it. But it was more so as a resume to show, hey, I can sing, but if you like the writing to this, I wrote this as well, or I engineered this as well, like things of that nature. So it's always been more so about longevity in the music business and being able to make sure that I could bring home money, like bring home that success, that finance with or without being on stage.
Is it more lucrative to be multifaceted, or like what is the immediate rush? Is it to blow up, get to 1 million views or subscribers, or is it to build an actual foundation of processes, distribution, content owning? Like what is the preferred route?
For me, I can't say for everybody, but I would say for me personally, I would like to have that foundation first, which I feel like I have the bulk of that down packed now. Because blowing up, obviously that is important. So it's not like, we don't care about the fame. No, you should. If you're going to be in the music business, having that fame, that level of success does like translate into finances. If that first part is handled correctly, which is having your business, having the distribution set up, having your team aligned already. These are things that you do want to have when there's $0 on the table, when everything is just getting started, so that, if God allows for your system to run well, and now there's big things on the table, there's deals coming left and right, that's not the time that you want to be searching for your team, which is supposed to be the people that you can trust. So for me, it's making sure that foundation is set first, and then moving forward to say, okay, now I need that traffic, the numbers. I need to make sure that I get as much attention as possible. Now, certain things I'm not going to do for attention, but that's my personal boundaries.
Right.
So as long as it's within what I'm willing to do, then the goal is to get as much attention as possible.
Is there pressure, China? Is there pressure? Let's say, you put out something, you and Willie start. The traction is just like sporadic, just like on fire. Sony comes to you and says, China, I need you and Willie, I need you to put out a song that, I don't know, similar to WAP, right? Rarely, really out there. Similar to Tip Drill. Let's say the Tip Drill remix. If they asked you to do the Tip Drill remix, but they say, look, before you shoot the video, $1 million upfront cash. Is that the pressure? What is that transition like?
Man, that's a lot of pressure because it is Sony, and then you get all this money in front of you. But I mean, I think you should still be like true to who you are as an artist. And if you're not willing to do something, then you should definitely consider that. And if you are, then go for it.
All right, that's fair. Let's talk about this evolution. So Willie mentioned something. We were working out, China, and then Willie's like, "Yeah, my artist, she was, Kojic too." And I'm like, "Word," like this. It seems like this universal connection to the Grand Old Church of God in Christ is just like inevitable for whatever reason. How do you go from Kojic to this? And I get it. I was born and raised in it myself. How does that progression work? I'll start with you, China, then you, Willie.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily a transition for me because I never actually recorded gospel music, but it is like where I stem from musically. But I mean, for me personally, my music is very like a happy medium feel, honestly. So, and it's important that I have like the support of my parents, who are like pastors, and they're very supportive. They don't judge anything that I do. So that definitely helped with this, like pursuing this whole process.
I like that. Willie, you are the nephew, right? Of a jurisdictional prelate. I mean, like when you at the table, do they like everybody's sitting there like, "Hey, Willie, what about that Tip Drill remix you put out?" I mean, what is that conversation like? Fill me in what goes on.
It's actually surprisingly has been very supportive.
Okay.
But I think it was more of a personal thing for me deciding that right now I'm in a space where I want to speak more on my experiences. And I feel like something that, personally, my opinion is with Kojic, I mean, it's, they don't always touch base on the gray areas of life. And I believe, like, even when me and you were speaking in the gym, it's like not everything is just black and white.
Right.
So as an adult, you grow up and find out, oh, there is gray area. Oh, it's a lot of gray area, and it's like, why should I not be allowed to talk about my gray area? So that's kind of how that's been my take on it. So, which is why I tap into multiple genres of music, and whether it's through writing or singing it myself, that's more so in my outlook on it. And I mean, family though has been supportive. So I mean, even my uncle, my aunt, we sit at the table. My aunt actually, when me and China put out our song, we have a song out right now called "Can I." Right before China's most recent song, which is "Leave Me Alone." But when we dropped "Can I," my aunt decided to tell me like, "Oh, I really like this song. This is pretty good. Yeah, I liked your video. I like this. I like that." I'm like, "Oh, didn't even think he was gonna watch it." Like that wasn't an expectation of mine. But like I said, they've been very supportive.
Awesome. I like to hear that. First Lady Walker, shout out to you. Anytime you and Bishop Walker want to get on the podcast, let me know. We can make it happen. Anyway, so look, tell me about the music industry. Let's say I hear it's a different industry. I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately. Reading and watching documentaries is pretty much my thing. I was watching the Master P documentary. First of all, Master P is like a genius. But then I was watching the Rough Riders documentary, into part one, and I realized, the music industry then and what it is today, two different barriers of entry. Back then you had to get somebody to personally vouch for you. It was a lot of, coming up under certain, I won't say like music masters, but for the lack of a better word, and trying to really get that big deal unless you ventured off like Master P. Now, all you need pretty much is a SoundCloud account, and you can get your music out there literally within hours or seconds, right? What is that like when you're trying to establish yourself in the market? Walk me through that strategy. I'll start with you, Willie, and then you, China.
Okay. From my experience, it is it's like a blessing and a curse. That's the easiest way to describe it, like as a summary. But when I say that, is the blessing is that it's much easier access This is no longer a thing where you have to, press out one CD per person. It's one upload equals everyone, for the most part. So that's the blessing in it. But the curse is we're now in the social media world, and attention is the most important thing in a lot of cases. Even with labels, and a lot of times, just the ability to garner attention is more important than, unfortunately, even the music is. So when you have that access, which was the blessing, everyone has that access. It's like, obviously the three of us are not the only ones with Wi-Fi and the internet. So
Right.
as long as you have that, you have access to the world. And now the market can be flooded with those who, you have the mixture of like people like us where music really is a very serious thing for us. And then
Mhm.
you have those who are doing it as a trend, or, woke up yesterday and decided they wanted to make a quick rap song or whatever it is.
Mhm.
We're all competing now against each other. So it's whoever garners the most attention, whether you're the most musically, inclined or not. So I consider it a blessing and a curse.
Awesome. China, for you, upcoming artist, how do you differentiate yourself from the others? There's a lot of, I would say, integrated, just kind of a mixture of sounds right now, right? And it's like, how do I differentiate myself from the seven streeters of the world, right? How do I differentiate myself from the, I don't even know, Danny, or what was the name that did the Easy song with Chris Brown? Like, how do I make this brand effective in a competitive marketplace?
I would just say, it's important to just be yourself and let that translate through your music. And as far as you dress, the way you talk, the way you walk, how you just go about like being in the public, So I just try to get my inspiration from, my 90s vibes and all that good stuff. So I just keep it nice and clean and simple and just keep the good energy flowing. So, yeah.
Awesome, Jared Danley. I know I pronounced it wrong.
Yeah,
And look, I want to share your video and I want to get your inspiration on it. I'm gonna do something. I have never actually shared a video during the podcast. There's a first time for everything, so let's try it. I've been working on a few things. Hold on. Let's see here. Can you see it?
I can see it.
All right.
Can I feel on you? Can I drop a couple bills on you? Pull up in your crib round two. Girl, can I tell you a secret? There's something on my mind when I see you. I know what you're thinking, I know you don't know me, but like the attention I'm showing. Got your own bands, hustle love every day. And you ain't interested in a relay. Once I make you want me, girl, I'll be your homie. Then come put in work when you want me. Me. Girl, I swear that I can put it on ya. And if I got it, I'ma spend it on ya. Like it. I bet you like it like that. Oh yeah. Tell me you like it like that. Oh yeah. Can I feel you? Can I drop a couple bills on you? Pull up to your crib round two. Girl, can I feel on you? Can I drop a couple bills on you? Pull up to your crib round two. Girl, can I?
I see you've been eyeing me all day, boy. So won't you throw a couple of bands my way, boy? You wanted my attention. When you got it. Do you think that you can keep it? Is you bad it? Might let you cop a feel on it, got a deal on it. Gotta show your skills with it, don't chill with it, you're real with it. If I leave you left on red, can't promise I won't go. You.
Can I feel on you? Can I drop a couple bills on you?
Awesome. Look, that's the first time I ever did that. All right, cool. Look, that was amazing. You guys saw the video, right, that I shared?
Yeah, we saw it.
Good. Look. What inspired that song? Can I Feel on You? First of all, I like it. I saw it when you dropped it on IG, and I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Can I feel on you? I showed my wife, and I was like, I drop bills on you all the time. I pay Xfinity. I drop a bill on you. So look, what inspired this song?
Just fun party vibes. We literally when I first met her, she was always at a party. Always like nightlife is just her thing. And I like party music. I'm just, for whatever reason, not the person to be at the party. But like just in general, it's like I like making party music. I felt like she was a great fit for a party vibe song. And then just the idea of like what typically goes on through people's heads when they're at parties, just going through different ideas. And I mean, quite honestly, though I do not drink myself, a lot of my friends who do drink, that's usually what I hear. The type of stories I hear from them is like how they was trying to hook up with somebody. Hey, let's give y'all a song, man. Just next time y'all out there, y'all got something to party to. So that was the main idea behind it. And that was right around the time I met her. So I'm like, hey, you say you're trying to do some music. Hop on this track. Let's see what you got.
Awesome. China. So you're the feature on the song. You come in. Song is blazing. It's hot. It's a nice little party vibe. And then you just come in and do your thing. What inspired you to just hit those verses like that? Where's that energy coming from?
The energy is coming from, I see you've been eyeing me all day. So, let me give you your shot while you over here pressing me. But, at the end of the day, I might leave you on red or I might not. So it's a gamble and it's up for you to take it or not.
That's that nightlife stuff.
I see. I was like, man.
I'm like, mine was more generic, but hers is more experience based. So
that's good. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Look, just one more question, and then I want the people to be able to connect with you and follow you. Right now, I'm getting a lot of views. People actually liked it. People writing, I like that. Wanted to show that content, that video. If I had any more, I was looking on YouTube. I was like, I saw that one. Because China, you just dropped a new one, didn't you?
I dropped a new song, but not a video. The video is actually going to be out in a couple more weeks. So.
Oh, I was about to hear it, girl.
Play the song,
I got you. Look, I want to know. So, what's the next step? So, you got your artists. You guys are building something great. What's the next move? Is this going to be a full album? Is it going to be a tour? I know with COVID, a lot has happened. I'll start with you, Willie. What's the next step? And then with you, China, what's the next step?
Well, tour definitely ain't happening right now. Seeing as how everyone's only allowing about 6 people in a room. But I would say, I guess maybe unofficially, we're working on possibly giving you all a full body of work. We can't speak too much on it. The video's coming out on the 25th.
Yeah.
So that we have no problem with that information, but you might have to wait on the body of work. But it's coming soon, and I believe it's more than worth the wait. We worked really hard. Like, she went into a whole nother level of hustle that I hadn't even seen from her before. So I'm like, okay, this is gonna be fire. So definitely a body of work coming. And just look forward to seeing a whole lot more of both of us.
Awesome. China, I know you talked about the body of work coming. The video is supposed to drop on, is it the 25th of this month? So like next Tuesday? Hey, next Tuesday. That's what I'm talking about. Looking forward to that. I would love to have you guys back on. But what's next, China, for you? Like, what is that grind like? What's the next step?
Like he said, we getting the details worked out with the body of work, but until then, we just gonna keep creating, while we're in this pandemic. So just keep the good vibes going, so we can have more work to put out in the future.
Awesome, good vibes. Hey, look, I just want to know, I'm not a singer, I'm not a rapper, but I think I'm just as good as Trey Songz is, right? Vocally, right? I grew up in a church of God of Christ, so I can hold a note, you know what I'm saying? And with enough auto-tune, I think I'll be all right, and I work out a lot, so I can do a video shirtless, you know what I'm saying? I just want to know, can I get at least 5 bars on the next album? Just something, just a verse.
Now, are you speaking about like vocally or like written?
Oh, I mean like somebody's gonna write for me, and I'm gonna just repeat whatever's on the page.
Okay.
like a little intro or something.
You know,
Right.
how about you? You shoot me an email and
I shoot you an email.
we'll go through the details.
What if I say it like this? And another. Wait a minute. Somebody took that one. Never mind. Don't do that one. So yeah, I guess. All right. Look.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We'll figure something out. I appreciate you guys have been amazing. I thank you again. Somebody's writing in the comments, "Leave Me Alone" is a hit. ..
Oh, thank
That
you.
is the new song.
Thank
Can I? We're back. I don't know what happened there. I apologize to my audience. Look, it has been. I was on Dr. Shepard's show. The same stuff. I don't know if it's Xfinity. I know I paid my bill on time, but this is crazy. It's like every time I get this major glitch, somebody gonna catch this heat if they don't get my Wi-Fi fixed real fast and real soon. But look, that's all the time I got. I was gonna share. Go to YouTube, connect with them. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna say where you connect with them. I'm gonna let them say. I'm gonna start with China. Where are you? What's the social media handle? Where can they follow and connect with you?
I'm everywhere. Everything is China Shadae. That's ChinaShadae. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So just type it in and you'll find me.
Don't forget Apple Music, iTunes. You can find on there too.
Oh, yeah. All that
Tidal,
stuff.
all your streaming services. Her new single is out there. Leave Me Alone. That's the new joint.
Awesome. Willie, where can they connect with you? What are you doing, Geronimo Approved?
I'm the exact same way. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all under Geronimo_approved. You can find me easily. I know it's a longer name, but it is right there. So just spell it out. Easy to find me. Also on YouTube, I have a ton of videos up there, a lot of content up there. You also be able to find the video that me and China were in together, Can I? And again, just making sure that you guys are streaming us. You can search both of our names, Geronimo Approved, as well as China Shadae on all the streaming platforms.
Awesome. Look, hey, connect with these artists. They're amazing. Buy the song, stream the song, blow them up. Let them know that they're loved. I'm so happy that you guys are able to connect with me. Connect with me on YouTube at CV Space Case. China, you better connect with me. I subscribe to your page.
I will.
If I don't get a follow, somebody gonna get dropped.
I'm still getting into the YouTube stuff, but I got you.
All right. Cool. You got Teddy say, "Hey, China local celebrity." People just loving this. Hey, look, until next time, guys. Next week, we have Ami on. She just dropped a new one. She's going to be another feature artist. We have cancel culture coming up. I have some interesting episodes coming up. I'm trying to get a redo on the Hot Girl Summer Theme Part 2, but that's, I don't know. We'll see. That didn't go over the way I thought it was going to go, but we'll see. But look, I'm so excited. I want to thank you guys again. Connect with these amazing artists. Connect with them on IG. Connect with them on iTunes. Follow the music. Download it. Stream it. Buy it. Until next time, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good one.